channel hopping is, frequency hopping is. So they've moved the target, and well, fortunately they give us some high-level advice on how we should hack them. They say we need a radio and some software. So let's see. Now, one disclaimer. We have not built a GSM interceptor and don't plan to advertise it during this talk, since that would be strictly illegal under many wiretapping laws. But just hypothetically, if you were to build one, these are the components you would take. You'll take a radio and some software, as they have pointed out. The radio being this exact radio, or rather the second version of this exact radio, the USRP. It already can intercept large chunks of the GSM spectrum, and the way that the GSM spectrum is divided among the different operators, usually it can capture a whole operator spectrum. That again is divided into downlink and uplink, so you'll need two of these devices to capture the entire GSM spectrum, which is needed to get around that new high security feature, the frequency hopping. So instead of following the secret hopping sequence, what we do is we just capture all of it and record it until we find the secret key, until we can then derive the hopping sequence, go back to the data, and see which channels we need to decrypt. Now, not all work that is needed on the USRP needed to make this super practical has been done, and this is what I was saying before. So if somebody were to create a project doing this, hypothetically, he would be asking you now if you had any idea on how to program the FPGA on this. We really badly need somebody to help us with that. Not because this is a showstopper, but because this device outputs 40 megabytes per second, and there's two of them, and this is just hard to handle for a computer. It goes over Gigabit Ethernet, but the computer that also needs to decode all of that is a little overwhelmed. So to make this super practical, somebody please move some of the components of the software into the radio. The software being OpenBTS, that's also used as the IMSI catcher, that already can decode all the information we need from GSM. At the moment, it decodes